20% of the world's entire oil supply. Travels through a corridor, 33 kilometers wide. For decades, every superpower on Earth, America, China, Russia, India, has built their entire energy strategy around keeping this one strip of water open. On February 28, 2026, Iran closed it, and now they're coming for the second one. This is not a regional conflict anymore. This is the most dangerous choke point crisis in modern history, and almost nobody is explaining what it actually means. On March 7, 2026, Indian Oil, Bharat Petroleum, Hindustan Petroleum, all three hiked LPG prices on the same day. The 14.2 kilogram domestic cylinder jumped 60 rupees overnight. Delhi now pays 913 rupees, Mumbai 912 rupees, Chennai 928 rupees. But the real pain? It's not in your home, it's in your neighborhood. 90% of restaurants and hotels in India run on LPG cylinders. Commercial cylinders, the ones used by every dhaba, every hotel, every wedding caterer, went up by 115 rupees in one shot. The National Restaurant Association of India called it a crisis. Nearly 10,000 restaurants in Tamil Nadu alone were on the verge of shutting down permanently. So what caused all this? Two words: Strait Hormuz. Imagine a corridor, just 33 kilometers wide at its narrowest point. The actual shipping lane? Only 3 kilometers in each direction. That's it. Through this tiny strip flows 20 million barrels of oil every single day. That's 20% of all the oil the entire world uses. For India specifically, 80% of our LPG imports from UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, all pass through this one strait. Iran sits right on top of it, and they know exactly what they have. Iran has long understood its unique geographical position. Now it's turning that geographic advantage into a lever for global economic pressure. On February 28, 2026, the United States and Israel launched what they called Operation Epic Fury. Coordinated strikes hit Iranian military targets across multiple provinces. IRGC command facilities, missile sites, air defense systems, naval bases. And in the opening salvo, Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei was killed in an airstrike on his offices in Tehran. Iran's response was immediate and devastating. Within days, Iran launched over 830 drones and 370 missiles targeting U.S. military assets, energy infrastructure, and Gulf state territories. And then came the announcement that stopped the world. A senior IRGC commander declared, "The Strait of Hormuz is closed. If anyone tries to pass, the heroes of the Revolutionary Guards will set those ships ablaze." At least 5 tankers were damaged, 2 crew members killed. Around 150 ships were left stranded at anchor in open Gulf waters. Major shipping companies, Maersk, Hapag-Lloyd, CMA-CGM, halted all routes through the strait immediately. Cast your mind back to March 2021. A ship called the Evergreen, operated by Evergreen, ran aground in the Suez Canal. Just one ship, stuck sideways. For 6 days, global trade went into panic mode. $9.6 billion worth of goods blocked every single day. 369 ships piled up waiting. Everything from furniture to toilet paper to car parts, delayed worldwide. The world learned a terrifying lesson. Global supply chains hang by a thread. But here's the difference. That was one ship, one canal, stuck by accident. What's happening right now is deliberate. It's strategic, and it's not one canal. Iran is now threatening 2. While everyone's watching Hormuz, something even more alarming just happened. Senior Iranian military officials have now warned that the US making any further mistakes could result in the closure of the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, the gateway to the Red Sea. Now, if you don't know what Bab el-Mandeb is, it's the 26-kilometer strait between Yemen and Africa. Every ship going from Asia to Europe through the Suez Canal must pass through it. Together, Hormuz and Bab el-Mandeb handle around 12% of all global seaborne trade. Analysts warn that simultaneous closure of both would leave the world with almost no alternative except the long, costly route all the way around the southern tip of Africa, adding 10 to 14 days to every single voyage and increasing fuel costs by up to 40%. And Iran already has boots on the ground there. The Houthis in Yemen, Iran's proxies, have already decided to resume attacks on commercial shipping in the Red Sea, forcing Suez Canal traffic to reroute around Africa's Cape of Good Hope. Gams go. Unlike Hormuz, where Gulf states have limited pipeline bypass routes, no comparable land route exists to replace Red Sea transit. Claudiai. In other words, if both close, the world has no plan B. India imports over 88% of its crude oil, our LPG, our LNG, our medicines, because pharma raw materials also travel these routes, our electronics, your mobile phone components. Oil prices have already jumped. Brent crude went from $71 to over $77 per barrel in just 2 trading days. War risk insurance premiums have gone to levels France's transport minister described as insane. One analyst said, "If the reduction in tanker traffic continues beyond a week, it will be historic. Beyond that, it would be epical for the oil market." India is working on alternatives. US LPG shipments are arriving. Russia is being tapped for crude. But these are partial solutions to a total problem. Let me paint you the worst-case scenario, because you deserve to know. If Hormuz stays closed and Red Sea shuts down, oil crosses $100 per barrel. Petrol in India could hit 120 to 130 rupees per liter. LPG cylinder prices could cross 1,200 rupees. Every imported product, electronics, medicine, fertilizer, gets more expensive. Inflation explodes. Stock markets crash further. Experts say reopening Hormuz alone would require eliminating most of Iran's offensive military installations on land. That will not happen at all. Not at all, in the near future, one senior naval analyst warned. The Evergreen incident lasted 6 days and shook the world. This has already lasted 2 weeks, with no end in sight. A 33-kilometer strip of water. And a 26-kilometer strait in Yemen. That's all it takes to bring the entire world's economy to its knees. Your gas cylinder, your restaurant, your grocery bill, your petrol pump, all connected to 2 tiny waterways, and one of the most dangerous wars of our generation. The mainstream media is showing you the missiles. This channel shows you what the missiles actually mean. For you, your family, your money. If this video connected dots that nobody else connected for you, subscribe. Share this with one person who needs to understand what's really happening. Because the next video, even bigger. I'll see you there.